This is the verb be in the present tense. On this side you have the singular for one, and on this side the plural for more than one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100. Notice that each of these words is the verb be. I am. I am a teacher. This is the verb be. You are. You are a student. This is the verb be. Are. You are. He we use for a man. He is. This is the verb be. For a woman, use she. She is. And for a thing, you also use is. Over here, on the plural side, we are. This is the verb be. I and you form the pronoun we. We are. You are. This is the plural form for you. So everyone who is watching this video right now, you are my students. And this is the verb be. And for a group of people, use they. They are. He, she, it, in the plural form become they, and then use the verb be. They are. To make the verb be negative, add the word not. I am not. You are not. He is not. Most people use contractions. The easiest way to make the negative is to add not after the contraction. I'm not. You're not. He's not. She's not. It's not. We're not. You're not. They're not. Or you can add not to the verb be, and the contraction is right here. Here's the verb be, are, and the word not in the form of a contraction. Here's an apostrophe that represents the O in the word not. You aren't. Aren't. You aren't. He isn't. Isn't. He isn't. Here's the negative. The N apostrophe T represents the negative. She isn't. It isn't. On the plural side, I and you form we, and the negative aren't. We aren't. The plural for you is you aren't. You aren't. And the plural for he, she, or it is they aren't. They aren't. Aren't is a one-syllable word. Aren't. Aren't. The tongue goes back. R, R, R. And then you make the N sound and the T sound together. Aren't. 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 The word isn't is a two-syllable word. First, is, and then the N and the T together. Isn't, 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 isn't. Draw your lips back like this when you make this sound. Z, z, is, isn't. Now practice with me. I'm not. You aren't. He isn't. She isn't. It isn't. We aren't. You aren't. They aren't. To make a question with the verb be in the present tense, begin with the verb, and the verb matches the subject. So if the subject is I, the verb be is am. Am I a teacher? If the subject is you, the verb be goes first. Are you a student? Remember that this is the verb be, just as this is the verb be, this is the verb be. If the subject is he, she, or it, the form the verb be takes is. Is he a student? Is she a student? These are all singular. To make the plural, if the subject is we, use the verb be. Here, are. Are we online? Are we on the internet? If the subject is you, this is the plural form for you. Here's the verb be. Are you students? And if the subject is they, the verb be is also are. Are they here? Are they online? Are they at school? Don't forget to end each question with the question mark at the end. In this lesson, we'll look at making short answers for yes or no questions. Am I a teacher? The verb and subject here. Answer, yes. Here's the subject and here's the verb. Yes. You. And in this position, are. So two people are talking. The first person says, am I a teacher? The answer, yes, you are. If it's negative, no, you aren't. Are you a student? This is the verb be, and the subject is you. Yes, I am. This matches the verb be. If it's negative, no, I'm not. This is the contraction for I am. For a man or a woman, the question, is he a student? The verb is, and the subject, he. This is the verb be. Is he a student? Answer, yes. The subject goes here, and is goes here. Yes, he is. Negative, no, he isn't. No, he isn't. When describing the weather, you can use the subject, it. Is it cold outside? Answer, yes. It is. This is the subject and this is the verb. Negative, no, it isn't. In the plural form, are we online right now? Answer, yes, we are. There's the verb be, repeated here. Or negative, no, we aren't. If somebody asks a question with are we, the answer could also be yes, you are, or no, you aren't. It depends on who's talking. So these are two possibilities. With a plural form of you, here's the subject and here's the verb. Are you online? With a plural form, I'm asking all of you who are on this website, and I'm talking to all of you right now. Are you online? The answer, yes, we are. So a group of people will answer the question with the subject, we. Negative, no, we aren't. The plural form for he, she, or it is they. Are they at home? Answer, yes. The subject goes here. They. The verb be goes here. Are. Negative, no, they aren't. No, they aren't. I hope you liked today's lesson. Understanding how to use the verb be is one of the most important things that you can do to improve your English. Have a good day. To make a contraction in the present tense with the verb be, negative, use be and not. I am not becomes I'm not. There's only one way to make a contraction with the pronoun I and the verb be and not. Only these two can go together. All the other subject pronouns have two possibilities. You are not, you aren't, or you're not. They're both good. He is not becomes he isn't or he's not. She is not becomes she isn't or she's not. And it is not becomes it isn't or it's not. These are all singular. In the plural form, we are not becomes we aren't or we're not. You are not becomes you aren't or you're not. They are not becomes they aren't or they're not. This is the verb be in the past tense. There are two choices for the verb be in the past tense: was or were, depending on the subject. If the subject is I, use was. I was. If the subject is you, use were. You were. If the subject is he, for a man, he was. For a woman, she was. And for a thing, use it was. These are singular. In the plural form, we, I and you make we were. The plural form for you is you were. And the plural for he, she, and it is they were. To make the negative, add not. I was not. You were not. He was not, she was not, it was not. These all use not to make the negative. Most people use contractions when making the verb be negative in the past tense. So was and not together become wasn't. I wasn't. You weren't. He wasn't. She wasn't. It wasn't. We weren't. We weren't. You weren't. You weren't. They weren't. They weren't. It's important to know the difference between the present tense and the past tense. I am here today. This is the present tense. I wasn't here yesterday. This is the past tense, negative. I was here last week. This is the past tense. Notice again that this is the verb be in the present tense and in the past tense. The verb be, past tense questions and answers. Question: were you at school yesterday? Answer: yes, I was. Or the negative answer is no, I wasn't. Here's the verb be, and then the subject, you. Yes, subject, I, and the verb be, was. Or no, subject I, negative, wasn't. Notice that the verb be changes depending on the subject. Were, was, or wasn't. For a man, was he at school yesterday? Answer: yes, he was, or no, he wasn't. Here's the verb be, matches the verb be in the affirmative and the verb be in the negative. For a woman, simply change the subject to she. Was she at school yesterday? Yes, she was, or no, she wasn't. To ask a group of people a question using the verb be in the past tense, use were you. Were you at school yesterday? Their answer: yes, we were, or no, we weren't. Here's the verb be, and here's the verb be. The plural subject for people and things is they. Question, the verb first. Were they at school yesterday? Answer: yes, they were, or no, they weren't.